I absolutely still believe we're in a bull cycle. Obviously, the bull cycle has been a lot more concentrated in Bitcoin versus a lot of the other altcoin sphere. And at the end of the day, right now, we are experiencing a lull in liquidity fiat money generation in the United States. Obviously, I believe that Trump investors are consciously trying to cause a recession, or at least the appearance of a recession, so that the Federal Reserve becomes on their side and lowers the price of money and increases the quantity of money. And also, if you think about it, regardless of whether you think the political side of things, if there's a lot of fraudulent payments within the system and you want to get rid of those before you move higher, you can clean up the dead weight. And obviously, that's going to have an economic impact. They're okay with it because they're doing it in the beginning of their administration versus in 2026 before the elections. Oh no, let's go reform the entire government. The population, the voting population is going to be very skeptical of that and say, oh, that's Trump's fault. That's Veson's fault. That's Elon's fault versus there's probably a way that they can spin this as this is Biden's fault. This is the Democrats' fault. Again, whether or not you believe that doesn't really matter, but the markets, they're cleaning out the dead wood and then they're going to reflate and they're going to print more money than probably anyone's ever printed before. You move over to the EU, right? I don't know if the Greens are going to come on side with the ruling parties in Germany to do this constitutional fuckery to allow them to print as much money as possible to build weapons and rebuild their army. But if they don't do it this way, they'll do it another way. The sentiment is there. Europe wants to rearm, ostensibly to fight Russia, but they just want to spend more money at the end of the day. And so if it doesn't happen now, it'll happen later. They want to reflate. It might not happen in the next week to save your leveraged long position in whatever you own, but that's coming at least within the next 2 to 3 years. China is just waiting. They're going to have some sort of agreement with the US and the rest of the world on how they want to reshape the global economy. Could be good, it could be bad. I don't know what it is. But once that agreement or fuck you, we're just going to go our separate ways, whatever that is, they're going to reflate as well. So they're waiting in the sidelines. And then you have Japan, where the BOJ is trying to raise rates. We'll see if they get there or not. But at the end of the day, they're not trying to add more liquidity into the system. So you have the four major blocks either trying a bit of austerity to clean up the dead wood or in the process of reflating their economies. I think in the third, fourth quarter of this year through 2028, we're going to have a massive money printing situation.